Good morning, everyone, or good evening, depending where you are in this beautiful planet. Can you hear me? Thank you very much for being here. This is a celebration for me, an opportunity to be in union and relationship with all of you in the presence of our Divine Mother. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for co-creating this portal of light, which is this holy encounter. As we always do, I'm going to say hello to each of you, just as an act of acknowledging our uniqueness, the singularity that only you and me can be. Our Divine Mother encourages us to love who we are in every present moment so we can know the truth. We can remember our true identity. There's no reason not to love who you are, our Divine Mother says. So we are invited to love our humanity as it is in every present moment. Our body, our mind, heart, our history, the way we live, the way we are. So we can begin experiencing the unconditional love. So thank you, Joyji, for being here today. And thank you for everything you do to help us to extend the light through different books and audiobooks and everything you do. I really thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Glad, also for being here and for everything you do to bring the truth to this world. Thank you. Also, thank you for coming to the Refuge of Divine Love last month, which was a privilege for me. Thank you, Sarah, for being here, for being who you are, and for everything you do to help the divine revelations to be manifested through different books and audiobooks and art and everything that you do. Also your writings and everything that comes from you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, Mark, thank you for coming here to the Refuge of Divine Love and for being who you are. Thank you, Monica, Paula, Alice, Ruben, all of you. Thank you for being who you are and for coming to this world in order to bring the light of Christ, which is the reason why we are here. Thank you, Jenny, Elizabeth, Reverend Rita Joy, Christy, Titina, Isabella, and I have an iPhone, but I can't see very well, you know. Anyway, if you want to be called iPhone, it's okay. uh,
It's Stephanie. I'm sorry. I'm
Stephanie. Yeah, I
I'm
thought it was Stephanie, but it is so
yes.
small, the window. So thank you, Stephanie, for being here. I'm so happy to be with you as well. Thank you. And don't worry about names or those kind of things, actually. Jesus says very clearly in one of the dialogues, there is no something like a word to which I talk to, because a word is a concept. I talk to you and I do it to your heart. And with that, he wants us to recover the capacity to love our singularity, to love who we are. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for co-creating this portal of light in which our Divine Mother comes to us to give us the grace of the embrace of Mary. We also receive here the gift of an angel. Every time we come here, one angel comes to us. And that angel helps us to remember who we are, to remember our true identity as God knows it. So we also thank the angels, our Divine Mother, and the whole creation for being here, walking with us in union and relationship, so we can return back to love, to our home, to our destiny, which is the infinite love. As we always do, we are going to divide this holy encounter into 3 sections. The first one is dedicated to silence. We honor silence as a gate to the truth, to the love that has no words, that can be felt and acknowledged in our heart. We immerse into silence in order to take distance from all our beliefs, interpretations, and everything that comes from our thinking mind. We take distance from all of that and remain in the stillness of our soul. We reconnect with the inner peace that we are. During this holy encounter, we give everything to our Divine Mother so she can take care of whatever we think it is needed. Here, we rest in peace. We feel the presence of our Divine Mother. The second section is dedicated to spiritual reading, which has the capacity to help us to remember the truth, to remember God, because there is something in our heart that is capable to acknowledge and recognize the voice of the truth, which is the voice of love, and to follow it. And this is what we do here. We come to listen, to receive, to be embraced by the love of our Divine Mother, sharing a love letter with us. In this opportunity, we are going to share a love letter coming from an angel, from the Truly Beloved trilogy. And I invite you not to make any intellectual effort while receiving this letter. Just let yourself be loved. When someone tells you that he or she loves you, we don't ask anything. We just enjoy being loved. And this is what we are going to do today here. Receiving the divine love coming from our Divine Mother, so we can remember the beauty of that voice, the magnificence of the voice of the truth that is constantly talking to us in our heart. And after the reading section, we have the rest of the gathering to share whatever you feel related to the text that we share, or whatever you feel moved to share, either in silence or using your voice. Before moving ahead, I will invite you to organize the reading section. So if there is anyone who wants to read, please let me know so we can organize it. As I said before, we are going, I'm sorry, to share letter 2.2 coming from The Angel, which is the third book of the trilogy called Truly Beloved. And the title of that letter is In the Arms of Love. We have Joy G, Reverend Richard Joy, Mark, Jennifer, Alice, Sam, Monica, and Ra. So we have Joy G, Reverend Richard Joy, Mark, Jennifer, Alice, Sarah, Monica, and Ola. I hope I'm not missing anyone. If I did, please let me know. I'm going to read the first paragraph, and then each reader can read one paragraph until the end of the letter. If for any reason, when you have to read, the letter is finished, please keep going with the next one so we can listen to the voice of the truth in your human voice, which is very important for our Divine Mother, because she taught me the reason why we invite anyone who wants to read to use your voice to connect with the divine voice is because our humanity remembers the diversity of God through listening the same voice of the truth, the same and unique love through different voices. God loves diversity, our Divine Mother says. And this is something that our humanity can remember when we have the experience of listening to the same voice of heaven with different human voices. Immediately, our heart begins to remember the importance of diversity, the importance of embracing the different way of manifesting the love of God. So we can begin to remember that God is in everything, in every flower, in every person, in every animal, in every star, in every circumstances of our human life. There's no place where God is not present. And that is the truth that we remember through the experience of listening to the voice of heaven through different human voices. So thank you very much for giving your voice to the revelation. And now I invite you to remain 1 or 2 more minutes in silence. And then we are going to share some music to help us to connect with our heart, to the music of our soul. We are music. Creation is music. Music and art. Thank you. in the arms of love. Beloved soul of God, blessed child of eternal light, happy are they who trust in the Lord and immerse themselves in his infinite goodness, for they live in holy unity and therefore in truth. To exist, everything in creation is linked to its creative source. We have already said this, but now we shed new light.
True devotion is to give oneself entirely to the love that gives life. When you do that with your body, soul, and heart, you are living as God created you to live. Indeed, you have been created to live eternally in unity with your divine being. Truly, truly I tell you that every loving thought that you think about God is an act of devotion, as is every act and every feeling of dedication to perfect love. Beloved of heaven, you unite in true devotion with your humanity, just as it is, just as you are.
To attempt to exclude yourself, to attempt to exclude anything of yourself from union with Christ, arises from not loving yourself with unconditional love, but with an imperfect love, since unconditionality is the essence of holy love, which is the reality of God. Unconditionality means totality. You cannot love with perfect love if you do not love yourself totally and unconditionally. This is for a simple reason. Your true self, which is one of pure love, is unlimited. Remember, love does not make conditions. Be glad that it is so.
Beloved soul, through what means could we unite with our Creator of pure love, if not through who we are? What you are is the gateway to reality, to life, and to God. Your body, mind, and heart, everything that is part of you, is the dwelling place of Christ. Therein is his divine humanity, and with it, heaven.
There is no other way to enter and remain in the kingdom than by being what you are. That is why I insist over and over again on the importance of loving yourself without conditions. That is, with a perfect love. The word perfect can often be an obstacle to understanding truth in the light of eternal wisdom, but will cease to be as soon as you recognize that the idea of perfection that you have learned from the world has nothing to do with truth.
You and every creature are perfect as you are, because you were created by God, the source of all perfection. This is why you cannot leave something hidden from the light of Christ. To keep something of yourself in some gloomy vault of consciousness, in the hope it will not be seen by love, and then to present yourself as ideal, is madness. It may not look so, but in truth, I tell you that this mental mechanism is what gives life to the ego. It does not come from truth. It is the rock upon which the house of illusion is built.
Perfect love distinguishes between false and true ideas of love. Again, remember that love is not a feeling, nor an idea, nor something you do. Love is what you are. Therefore, there can be no shame in anything coming from you. If there are things from the past that you dislike, simply do not think about them. Do not think about the future either, because what you believe exists only in your imagination. The future is in God's hands. With love, I tell you, reality has nothing to do with what you think it will be. Nothing you think about it is true. It was not so in the past, not now or tomorrow. Rejoice in this. Open your mind and heart to the eternal newness of Christ. And above all, remember that life belongs to love.
God is the eternal present. Therefore, the present is where you must live in order to remain in the bliss of heaven that you are. It is in the present that you know yourself in divine perfection, not in the judgments of a learning mind. It is in the present of holy love where truth is effortlessly given to you, where revelation shines in all its luminescence, and your holiness and your beautiful humanity embrace. In the present is where you are a devotee of perfect love. Give yourself, body and soul, to the present of God, the eternal divine lover, united with the divine beloved. You are one with your reality, therefore forever happy. This is why you are always invited to remain in unity, to consecrate every thought, every beat of your heart, every desire, need, and impulse, every sunrise and every sunset to love. By this I mean your whole life. Do so, and you will be living in heaven now, and you will attain the knowledge that is shared below.
Christ is the gift you receive, the fruit of devotion. By receiving Christ, you receive yourself into the truth of who you are. Since all that is belongs, since all that is His belongs to you by birthright and by divine will. Blessed are you who dedicate yourself to love.
Thank you very much for giving your voice to this revelation coming from an angel. And now we have the rest of the gathering to share whatever comes to you through your mind or heart related to this letter, or to whatever you feel moved and inspired to share. You can remain in silence, which is a way of sharing. Sometimes we come here to listen, just to receive, to enjoy the beauty of listening to the divine wisdom through our brothers and sisters. Sometimes the Holy Spirit wants us to share something, and that sharing goes everywhere. Because when we share from our heart, the divine wisdom that lives in us is manifested. And that goes to every single mind and heart, according to Jesus. So we never know how much goodness we extend to this world when we talk from the truth of who we are. There is an energy, a frequency that comes from us when we share something from the truth of our heart in every present moment. And that energy flows to the collective mind and also to the whole universe. This is not magic. Jesus says, this is a law of the Spirit. Every time that you allow the divine wisdom to be manifested through you, then Christ is extended everywhere because we are channels of the divine reality. So no matter whether we remain in silence, moved by the inner peace, or we share with our voice, our Divine Mother is going to create a portal of light, love, and truth that is going to be extended everywhere, and it will help many brothers and sisters. So also thank you for sharing in silence or using your voice, whatever our Divine Mother wants to share. And as we always do, I'm going to share briefly what I received related to this letter coming from the angel, just as a bridge to an open dialogue. This letter and everything that comes from an angel in the trilogy called Truly Beloved is helping us to go deeper into the knowledge of what devotion means. We are accustomed, maybe, to thinking about devotion as an act of praying or singing or doing music or mantras or contemplation, and sometimes actions such as charity or everything that we think is part of the devotion. But here the angel is telling us that devotion is all about union, and is telling us that we have only one gate through which we can be united to the divine reality, and that is our humanity, our present experience, our body, our mind, our heart, the way you are, the way you walk, the way we think, and so on. So this is an invitation to understand union as something that begins with us. Sometimes we talk about totality and unity, and we consider that just as an abstract concept, as an abstract idea of what totality means. But here the angel reminds us that you are the totality of God, because as it is in heaven, it is on earth. So every time that we are connected to our heart, to our humanity, body, mind, and everything that we are in every present moment, connected to our emotions, feelings, processes, the circumstances of our life that we are walking through in every present moment, when we embrace that through our consciousness, when we are present here and now, embracing our humanity without keeping anything out of the embrace of our consciousness, then we are embracing God. God lives in us because we are extensions of her divine essence. So if we try to find God or to embrace the unconditional and infinite love outside of who we are, we will never find it. The angel says, because God decided to have one temple, and that is you. That is who you are. The angel told me once. So every time that you want to go to a temple, go to your heart, embrace who you are, love your humanity, because that is where God lives. You can go to an outside temple if you want, and that's okay. You can go to the church, you can go to a meditation temple or wherever, but that temple is there just as a reminder, so you can remember where the true temple of God is, and that is your heart, which is the most beautiful creation in the universe. The angel said, love your humanity so you can love others with unconditional love. That is true devotion, because that is union. Separation is a state of being in which we keep something that we are outside of our consciousness. That is basically the definition of separation. Here, the angel says that that is madness. Separation is madness because it is a state of being, state of consciousness in which we decide that there is something wrong in us, that there is something that doesn't deserve to be loved with unconditional love. So we keep them outside of us, outside of our consciousness. And that is where fear begins to exist. Fear, according to Jesus Christ, is a signal that is showing you those aspects of who you are that you are not embracing with unconditional love. But as much as you begin to embrace everything, especially what you call your shadows, as much as you will remember heaven, remember the truth of who you are. And that is ultimately the deep meaning of devotion. We can pray so many rosaries. We can sing so many mantras and do so many good things in the world. But if we are not embracing unconditionally who we are, the love of God that lives in us cannot flow and cannot make any transformation. Embrace who you are. Love your humanity with unconditional love. And express gratitude to the Divine Mother for giving you your existence. That is the path of returning back to love. So we can reconnect with the power of the divine reality in us. And I believe, finally, that this is a very important message or reminder for us, because we are so accustomed to thinking that we have to love others, but not to love ourselves. Because somehow we made the decision to believe that loving ourselves is selfish. is egocentric. But here the angel says you can't love others if you don't love you. So every time that you think you're loving others, but you don't feel that you are loving yourself, remember that that is not love. That is just pretending, just, pretending that you are loving others. Because love is not something that you do. Love is who you are. So every time that you love yourself, you are connected to the truth of who you are. And that love is going to be extended also without doing anything and going beyond the limits of your thinking mind. So how can we return back to love? Our Divine Mother is very clear on that and says, just let yourself be loved so you can fulfill your humanity with love. And the flow of that love is going to be extended because of what love is, not because of what you want, not because of what you think, just because of what you are. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to me and for giving me the opportunity again to remember the truth of who I am. Thank you. And please, Joey, Chris, go ahead. And thank you for joining us. I didn't
thank
say
you
you
for-
hello before. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
I love
hosting.
your background. I mean, I love you and also your background.
I know what you meant. I love you and the background you went through to say what you're saying right now.
Right.
I really appreciate being here. Oh my goodness, there's so much loving vibration here. I really admire the words of these paragraphs. When I listen to spiritually high vibrational words, I start to really be present with it and write those words, usually in I am statements. Um, so I like to share what I wrote here. Um, the I am in everyone, as I say I am, in the present, the book said, I am in the present of holy love, and revelation shines now within. I remain in unity. It says, I'm writing, fill the love that is within me, thus without me, because there's a spiritual principle I heard in a book, a sacred book, uh, from within, thus without. So I love the emphasis of self-love. I've practiced a certain way of breathing and meditating called mindfulness of breathing. It comes from the ancient sutras, where I say I breathe in, I breathe out, I'm aware, I'm breathing in and out. I I breathe in, I breathe out, I'm aware of the sensation within the body. So I'm not the mind or the sensations. I'm the one in that breath observing it. So, but when I'm aware of something coming up, I'll say in prayer, as I'm aware of it, I'm aware of the impermanent nature of this that's passing. I'm not that's passing. I'm not that impermanent thing that's passing. I'm the observer of that. And I finally say, I appreciate that my mind is trained and tamed and disciplined And Mother's enormous strength serves and loves me. Because for me, it's very important to train, tame, and discipline my mind. Because that's where I could see these opportunities to give over what isn't who I am. And the practice of just being in the present moment, I really appreciate another reading that says, and I like to quote it, this holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge, for I would follow you. You being that motherly love. Certain that your direction gives me peace. So if I want to receive direction, revelation, I want to be in the holy instant, in this present moment. I love the mentioning of that, not to dwell in the past or the future, be in the here and now. And allow that peace of being in the here and now, that stillness, to transmit loving ways of looking and loving ways of speaking and acting. And if I need, it says, if I need a word to help me, love will give it to me. If I need a thought, that will also be given. And if I but need stillness and a tranquil open mind, these are the gifts that I receive. But however, I want to present a still and tranquil mind already. Mother is in charge by my request, and she will hear and answer me because she speaks for love. I really appreciate that prayerful statement, that vibration of love that I could communicate at every moment within myself. I love what you said, Sebastián, about the temple. I wrote the temple is pointing to our inner temple in the heart, as you were sharing that. All these are just pointers. I could worship the pointers. Yes, of course, these words are beautiful, but where are they pointing to? I love that you shared that. It's pointing to the love in the heart, to the present moment, to the choice for love, to the undoing of what is in us. I had an experience just yesterday where I witnessed a family, the nephew's moving, and he's calling out for love because he didn't have as much help as he perceived himself to have. And in his call for love, the family had a call for love back at him. And there was a family member that knew what was happening and took the time to listen empathically and bring in these concepts in words. And that family member got in touch with the call for love that was expressed in the text and took some time to be with each call for love. And at the end of the move, it was a move that and I know how challenging moving from one place to the other is. At the end, everyone was experiencing happiness. There was hugs, but that's what love does. It undoes what fear produces, and it returns the mind to the awareness of love. I've read that somewhere. But it's always a treat to witness it in life. I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you, Joey, Chris, very much. And I think Paula wants to say something. Please, Paula, go ahead.
Thank you, Chris. But in my very simplistic mind, what it said to me, very simple, when I read years and years and years ago in the Course of Miracles, what I give, I receive. It comes down to that. If I give love, I receive love. If I give fear, I receive fear. So it all begins within me, my soul. What do I give to my brothers and sisters? Do I give it with a smile, with a gesture, with a hello, with an action? It's what I give, I receive. And that's my way of existing in this world. Very short and sweet. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Paula, very much. And I think Reverend Rita Joy wants to say something. And then Jennifer, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Yogi, Chris, and Paul, and everyone. Yeah, what stood out was that idea of opening to the now, which I love. I love to remember when I'm not in the now. And it's interesting because last night it was funny. The things come to me at the oddest times. I was putting my little dog's food down, and the thought came to me that the experience came to me that everything I've ever done has brought me to this moment of putting this dog food down on her mat. And it's like I said, wow, I'm present all the time. I've been present for so many years, but I've only ever been present. I maybe thought I wasn't, and in fact, I wasn't present if I'm in my head thinking of the future, the past, but that doesn't stop me from being present. And in the Course, it says, heaven is here, there's no other time, and heaven is here, there's no other place. And I experience that. And also, it's interesting, I listen to things all the time, like YouTubes, and I listen to books all the time. And I'm listening to a person, I gave a global presentation once, and I'd like to share that link maybe on one of our WhatsApp groups, because it was a global gathering, it's called, and I brought in A Course of Miracles, A Course of Love, Sebastián, and Christian Sundberg, who has a book, Walking in the Physical. And I put them all together, and I was listening to him while I was getting ready for this gathering. And he talked about the now, and he also talked about beyond the veil. He had an experience of himself before incarnating. And he said something interesting that I hadn't heard him say before. He said that we're beyond the veil right now. It's not like you're not going to go get there. And most of who we are is right here, right here. All of what we are is right here. We limit it in the dualistic world. We feel limited part of it, but all of it is right here. I thought that was so interesting. And he did talk about the effects of our thoughts. And he had an experience of this major experience of this woman. She had a thought about China, and he saw the thought, actually go to China. It's like we're all connected, this web of connection and unity, and what we think is so important, and the love we extend is so important, even if it's just a smile. So I'm thankful to be able to just share that, and to be here. My soul brought me here. I'm so glad. And I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Rita Joy, and we are glad to have you here as well. We are all together walking through this experience of bringing the energy of Christ into the collective consciousness. If you want to share that link now, we can do that. If you want, you can send it through the chat room, and I can go to the website and we can share on the screen, because these kind of sharings are also very important, I believe so, because we never know how the Holy Spirit works in terms of, bringing the divine wisdom to others. So those who watch this video can be served with that sharing. So if you feel moved to do so, I can do that for you. I just need you to send whatever you want in the chat room, and that applies to everyone. Sometimes we feel like we found something that is very important for us, and if it is important for you, it is important for many, many others. I'm sure about that based on my own experience. So never hesitate to share any kind of divine wisdom that you create or you receive in whatever way that comes to you, because that can help many, many brothers and sisters. So thank you very much. And please, Jennifer, go ahead. And then Ruben.
Jennifer, go ahead, Jennifer.
Oh, you're muted, Jennifer. Thank you, Ruben.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I had to drop off. My internet connection was the wrong connection. Thank you, Sebastián, for holding the space of love and truth and beauty and grace. And I always find so much peace in my being when I'm here with all of you. So thank you. And it's a great way for me to wake up early and start my day. So I love this passage and what we just read and some of the things that Yogi Chris and Reverend brought up really touched my heart in the sense of there was a deep agreement with this embodiment of the divine, right? We are the embodiment of the divine, and we are perfect, whole, and complete. And intellectually, we may know that, and the union is already there. We've just are like forgotten and are just remembering who we are, and that the union is always there. There's never not a union, right? And sometimes we understand this intellectually, but to be the embodiment and to be the knowing and living from this space uh, of I'm the embodiment of the divine and I am perfect, whole, and complete. But at the same time, there's our human experience, right? And I feel maybe that's where for me personally and maybe for others, there might be some disconnect because we do have free will. And in our free will, we've done certain things, and then there's certain divine laws like cause and effect. And so we experience the effect of our free will. But as we start surrendering our will to divine will, but we're still experiencing the causes or the effects of what we caused, not realizing we caused it. I think it creates for me some inner confusion, because sometimes it feels like the surrender is there, the intention is there, the understanding is there, the will is there. But sometimes what we experience in our daily life may not be what we, let's just say, want to experience. And so how do we, because it's not just me, I work with people all the time in this process of expanding our capacity to love and healing our hearts. And we do carry burdens, sorrows, heartbreak, and certain things that we experience in our life emotionally and physically. So is it really just as simple as just let yourself be loved? There's a real simplicity to that, and I'm totally fine with simplicity, but is there more than just let ourselves be loved? I mean, from a human being, spiritual being, process. I think you get what I'm inquiring about. So I just wanted to put that out there to you, Sebastian, and anyone else in the group that might like to speak to that.
Thank you, Jennifer, very much. And I think Ruben wants to say something, and then Glad. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. We just read. It say, Ruben, God is the eternal present. Therefore, the present is where you must live in order to remain in the bliss of heaven that you are. It is in the present, Ruben. In the present, not in the past, not in the future. In the present, Ruben, that you know yourself in divine perfection, not in the judgment of a learning mind. The past. It is in the present of holy love, where truth is effortlessly given to you, where revelation shines in all its luminescence, and your holiness and your beautiful humanity embrace in the present. In the present, I just bring all my attention to this moment, to this now, to this instant. And I tell this instant, I love you. I love you. Knowing that in this instant, everything is compiled. The whole history of humanity, all the universe is in this instant. And I say it, I love you. I bless you. I honor you. Instant. You are whole and perfect. Instant. You are the light of the world. Instant. I say your word is established by God. I'm talking to this instant. And I tell you to this instant, give me your blessing, Holy Son of God. I will behold you. I will behold you with the eyes of Christ and see my perfect sinlessness in you. And I'm talking to this instant. Sounds crazy, but this instant is everything what I have. It's my brother. It's an extension of me. And I can hear this instant talking back to me. Ruben, I love you. I honor you. I bless you. I thank you. Ruben, this holy instant speaking to Ruben. You are whole and perfect. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Wow. Thank you. And in that dialogue, we're just one. This instant is being held by eternity. There is nothing else. I had to surround myself to Jesus, to Mother Mary, to the truth, to this instant. And the most beautiful present that this instant gave me was the holy instant. And the holy instant embraced me with the eternity. Very simple. It is very simple, Jennifer. And just like Sebastián say, let yourself be loved. Yes, I'm a little baby being loved by this instant. Thank you. Thank you. I am complete.
Thank you, Ruben, very much for what you shared. I think Glad wants to say something, and after that, I'm going to share the link that Reverend Rita Joy shared in the chat room, so everyone can access to that information. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sebastián, and thank you, Ruben. Both what we read today and what you were saying, Ruben, I think is a beautiful example or demonstration, I guess is a better word, witness to the coherence that occurs within the embodiment of each one of us. The coherence of the mind and the heart, the coherence of time and eternity, the coherence of everything we have thought in this world were opposites. It occurs within me, it occurs within you. I've been teaching Mari Peron's Way of the Marys books for several years now, and we're looking today at time and how timelessness is a new awareness of time as eternity, which is a beautiful idea. But that occurs, as you said, Ruben, within that experience of the present within us. And I have to say, Sebastián, how beautiful it was for me to come to the foundation, come to the refuge, and experience the slowing down of time. Mother Mary talks about, she says, you're not race cars. Slow everything down. And in the slowing of everything down, we experience the eternity which is ours, which is our divine inheritance. It's in that experience of eternity that we can truly allow ourselves to be loved completely and fully. So thank you all. This is such a beautiful experience. It's such a beautiful way of continuing that eternal experience I had with you at the refuge. Thank you, Sebastián. I love you. Yeah.
Thank you, Glad, very, very much for what you shared. And I agree with you. It was an experience of divine connection and sacredness when we had the gift that came from our Divine Mother of having you and the whole group here at the Refuge of Divine Love. It's always, always a gift for us, and I keep it in my heart. So thank you very much. And I would like to take just few, seconds, maybe less than 1 minute or maybe more, to share the information that was shared in this gathering for those who can take advantage of that information. The first one is about the video that Reverend Rita Joy mentioned before. This is available on YouTube, and here you have the ACIM original edition, which is that's the name of the YouTube channel. And here you have one of the videos that is part one. There is one video that shares part 1 and 2 of that global gathering, and then the third part is in another video. You can access there, and you can find really deep expressions and beautiful expressions of the divine wisdom that can help you to go deeper into the revelation of the new. So this is one of the videos, and then there is, as I mentioned before, another one which is part 3. Then we also have I have here, just to share with everyone, the website that Glad mentioned. The website from Marie Perron, for those who want to also go deeper into this website, where she shares deep revelations and connections to the truth, as we all know about her. And this is about memory, and you can access to all the books, including Dialogue in Motion and How to Get into the New, and many other gifts that come directly from heaven through Marie. So if you want to access to this website, you can find it here in marieperron.com, and in there you will find whatever Glad mentioned before. And again, here you can also see the books coming from her, which are definitely a gift coming from heaven, from our Divine Mother and Christ. Please, Alice, go ahead.
It's been so lovely listening to everybody today. The last sentence in the reading today, blessed are we that, something like this, blessed are we that is devoted to love. Blessed are we, what was the exact last sentence and anyway, that was the essence of it. Blessed are you who are devoted to love. That's been echoing with me all the time since we read it. And blessed are you who dedicate yourself to love. Okay, thank you. Blessed are you who dedicate yourself to love. And I wanted to just share the vibrations that I have felt since that last sentence. Blessed are you who dedicate yourself to love. First of all, love is totally and completely devoted to us. Completely. And that, I feel it. I truly, truly feel that union, that devotion. And when it comes to the devotion of the Divine Mother, especially the love through the Divine Mother, it's just incredible. And it's in every cell of our bodies. That love is in every cell of my body. I felt it this morning as I was meditating, this in my cellular structure, physically and spiritually and eternally, because those cells are love that is devoted to me. And it makes me want to redevote myself to love, because I know the power of that and I know the reality of it. And I've just been feeling that today. Every cell of my body, every cell of eternity is love. It's quite hard to put into words the experience I had with this morning. And actually, it was my darling Rod who brought it to me, as he often does, from where he is in the realm of love. And he expressed that by giving me the pulsation in my body of love in every cell, not just from him, but from love itself. And when the experience happens without just words, the actual experience, it goes right through us. The remembering of that is just such a relief, such a peace. So we let ourselves be loved. We let ourselves be love. I let myself be the love that I am. Thank you. for letting me share what is wordless. I love you so much.
Thank you, Alice, very, very much for what you shared. And well, I feel also moved to share through this video the books coming from heaven through Alice's friend. You can find them on Amazon. Here there is Mary Magdalene, A Force of Love, and then there are more books. And I invite you to go there and to explore. And more important is to know that Alice's friend is also one of what I would call pencil in the hands of God, because that is how Jesus calls all of us, which I believe it's a more beautiful way of expressing that than a channel. I like the pencil in the hands of God. So thank you, Alice friend, for being a pencil in the hands of God and for giving your time and life to show us the connection between the spiritual realm and the earth, which is extremely important based on my knowledge. So thank you very much. I wanted to honor that, and also wanted to share that we are blessed by having here also person who the persons or people who are allowing us to have this manifestation, which is called Co-Creating Our New Earth, which is also available on YouTube, which is set of prayers and meditations and reflections coming from Choose Only Love, written and inspired through Colleen Brown. Here you can also see that. And I would like to thank Sarah and also Georgie for making this manifestation available. And I also invite you to explore on that. All of them are different rays of the same sun shining, which is the sun of love, which is the divine wisdom. So thank you very much. And one of the reasons why I feel moved to share all of this together here is because this is part of the new, many different ways of expressing the same love. It is not just about a group of few people, having revelations or those kind of things. We are more and more close to that moment in which everyone is going to be manifesting, channeling, and sharing, the revelations coming from the divine wisdom. So here we have many examples of that, like all of you and all these books and the music that is being shared through these revelations. And that is showing that there are millions and millions of human beings now here in this earthly kingdom doing and expressing what Reverend Rita Joy said before. We are already trespassing the veil. So we are already step in the new, because we are the new. We came here to make it real. So and we can see many examples of that. This is not just a belief, it is real. We can see many people expressing and sharing and showing heaven very clearly through their wisdom, through their love, through their way of thinking, the capacity of transforming the societies in so many different ways through love. So love is the new, although it's eternal, it's the new. So thank you, Alice, friend. Thank you, Reverend Rita Joy, Sarah, Jennifer, and all of you. I cannot name all of you because we don't have time enough to do that, but I just wanted to share the information that I shared so everyone can enjoy the beauty of the vastness of this new reality in which we don't need to be attached just to a simple one form of expression, but we can see so many different beautiful expressions that come from our uniqueness. So thank you very much for doing that. And I think Mark and Yogi want to share something. Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to share an experience that I've been having the last few days, and Alice kind of reminded me of this. It's like this incredible softness has, entered or maybe exited. I don't know, but I've been in the experience of this incredible softness, something I haven't experienced before, although I have felt softness before, but this is like kind of off the charts. This feminine love and tenderness and softness, which I feel like I'm embodying. This is how it feels to me. And I wanted to just bring that forward because, wow, it's changed. Like my mental processes have softened, I could feel this transformation going on. Anyway, I just wanted to share it, to bring it here for you as well, because it's something that's incredibly real and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And thank you all. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mark. And thanks, Susanna, for being here. Also, Joe, Julia, Karen, and those who are joining later this holy encounter, and also those who are going to join the videos that we shared before. Please, Joey, Chris, go ahead.
Thank you, Sebastian. I know I've shared, so I'll be. Wait a minute, I'm not a race car. I love that. I'm a love mobile going really peacefully every moment. How's that? Instead of a race car. Yeah, thank you, Mark. I love your expression, and I could hear your gentleness and your tenderness in your voice. That's so much a part of that energy. So thank you. Also, I appreciate, Sebastian, your ability to bring all these, your all-inclusiveness of bringing all these spiritual, loving expressions here and their work and service in the form of books and just including all that here. So I just admire that so deeply. And finally, this holy encounter, love is what you truly are, and you share some beautiful words on your screen. Is this book available?
Which book you mean?
The words to what you share on the screen when we read. Is it available in a book yet?
Yes, this is well, I'm going to share because this is part of a trilogy called Truly Beloved. And if you or anyone wants to go, to chooseonlylove.org, there you can see as it is shown now on the screen. You can see here on this website all the English versions of the books that are already published here, including Embodiments of Love, Resurrection Consciousness, Choose Only Love, and also you have Truly Beloved. This is a trilogy, and if you get into that, you will see book number 1 is Love Letters Coming from the Divine Mother in You. Number 2, From the Christ in You. And number 3 is From an Angel. The letter that we read comes from this third book of Truly Beloved. It comes from an angel, and there you can read different letters just to be connected to the divine reality. They are letters for you, directly for you. So we invite everyone to take one letter every day. The 3 books have around 300 letters. It is 100 the first one, 100 the second one, and the angel gives us 99. And there is a reason why the angel does it, and it is because he wants to be just one step behind Jesus and Mary, and as an act of love and humility. And he expresses that through that beautiful act of not giving 100 but 99. So we have almost 300 letters, and it helps us to pray and go with our Divine Mother, with Christ and the angel during the whole year. And thank you for asking very much. Thank you. And thank you, Reverend Richard Joy, for sharing this in the chat room. Yes, all the information. And I'm going to share the link of the Choose Only Love website, in which you can find all the information about the revelations received in English. So thank you, Joey Chris. And I would like now, if there is no more, there are no more sharings, I would like, or after Joe, I would like to close this holy encounter with 1 minute in silence, and then share something, one short music that is created by another person who is also an extension of the divine energy, the divine love, which is called Leonie Bertlet. She created, and she is created actually creating some music inspired on Choose Only Love, and on some prayers on some part of the book. Here on the website, you can see her website, which I recommend you to explore on that. She has meditations and many incredible manifestations of the divine reality. She is Leonie, and here you can also see music. She creates music. And also she has a channel which is called Saharia Grace, and here she posts all the music that she creates, including the music that she is creating inspired by Choose Only Love. We will listen to one music at the end of this gathering, and I think it's beautiful to see, as I said before, how many different ways of expressions are manifesting the same love. We can express that love with music, with writings, with sharing through Zoom, through being who we are, through helping others, or just painting, and in so many different ways of expressions. And this is what we are going to see more and more people painting, singing, dancing, and expressing love in so many different ways. So thank you very much for listening to me. And please, Joe, go ahead.
Thank you. Just one thing quick, and I must say my love to each of you. It's just always such a blessing. You make my whole week to see your face. But a lot of you I know are students and followers of Mari Perron and A Course of Love, and I wanted to tell you that Mari Perron will be our guest at the Center for Contemporary Mysticism Sunday week. That's a week from Sunday on December 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, discussing her newest book called Metanoia. And she'll also be joined by Michael Mark. I don't know if you know Michael. He's a wonderful man who's involved in her work and assisted her in publishing this latest book as a part of the series of The Way of the Marys. So it's a week from this Sunday, the 14th at 2 p.m., and I will put the link in the chat box. And I know you'd enjoy it, so I hope to see some of you register there and join us a week from Sunday. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe, very, very much for this information. I have the also the website for those who are going to see this video later on. You can go to contemporarymysticism.org, and in there you can find all the information related to the organization, including the YouTube channel, where you can see and find another expression of the divine reality becoming flesh. In this case, through the videos, interviews, and gatherings that are created or co-created by Center for Contemporary Mysticism. And I thank you, Joe, very much for what you do. I mean, it's incredible what you do through that organization. So thank you very much for that information. And we are so glad to know that Mari also is going to be there with all of you, or all of us. Here you send also a link, which I believe is important to share as well. This is the link to the event, and you can register online here. And here you have all the information about that gathering. I mean, the word gathering for me is too small to explain this. This is much more than just an interview or a gathering. This is really a portal to the divine wisdom. So I'm so happy to see Mari Perron here, and also Michael Mark, who is helping her. And I know that Glad knows them very well. So thank you also, Glad, for being here as part of that collective expression of the divine reality. Thank you very much. So now I invite you to remain one more minute in silence before finishing this holy encounter, and to listen to the music. One of the songs that actually are created by Leonie Bertlet, before saying goodbye. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love to
Love
all.
to all.
Love
Thank
to all.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
everyone. Love you so much.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.